Hi, I am here with Congressman Howard Berman. We are so excited to have you here. I want to talk to you. The LA Times says that you are in the political race of your life. That's the quote. Is that true?
Well, it is true. I've had the very good luck to have had pretty easy re-elections for a number of years, and this time, because of the quirks of redistricting and putting two of us into the same seat, I have a real battle this time. But what I like to say is, but the LA Times, when they said that, also decided to endorse me as the best candidate in the race. So
it seems like everyone's endorsing you in Los Angeles.
Well, yeah, to me, the endorsements that really count are the voters. So I'll have to wait till the election. But I'm very hopeful. I feel good about the election, but it is the toughest race I've been in since my first race for office.
And how does that feel to be, back in that kind of a competitive race? I mean, is there something enjoyable about it?
Yes. It makes you sharper. There is something about competition that makes you work harder, think quicker. You have to respond, but I also have to say, some of the issues I like working on back in Washington, an intense campaign takes a lot of time. So I'm looking forward to. I'm enjoying the race. I want to win, and then I'm looking forward to being able to go back to doing some of the things that I was working on before this race occurred. So.
And you're doing such wonderful work in Washington.
Well, thank you.
And I don't know how much of your local constituents are, if they're so aware of how involved you are in different committees in Washington. Tell me, what is it about this campaign? What is the most important aspect of this campaign for you? Where does your passion lay?
Well, I won't single out an issue because there are so many. I mean, if I were to single out an issue right now, I would have to say the economy and jobs for my constituents, and affordable housing right now, and the housing crisis. But the reason I love public office, the reason I love being in government, the reason I'm running again, even though I've been there a long time, is I have seen that if you put your mind to it, you can make life better for a group of people who don't have the money and the contacts to do it all by themselves. So you can make the pathway to an education a little easier. You can help people who are having terrible problems with the government bureaucracy get the benefits they're entitled to. You can help an industry stay in the San Fernando Valley that might be thinking of leaving because you're able to get something they need in order to stay. Those kinds of things. That's my psychic rewards in this job, is knowing that somewhere in a very poor area of the San Fernando Valley, there on any given weekend now, there are 5,000 to 10,000 people who can go to a swimming lake and a fishing lake and a picnic area that was a center for drugs and gangs 10 years ago. So that's nice.
That's something to be really proud of. I know you've got huge celebrities supporting you. You've got Barbara Streisand, you've got Tom Hanks, you've got Betty White telling you that you have beautiful blue eyes, which you do, by the way. People wanting to make...
So she says.
I can see why. Why are they standing behind you?
Well, I think in some cases for different reasons, but the fact is, I really have worked on behalf of creators and artists. It's not to get the famous people to support me, it's because this is the livelihood for so many of the people I represent. And I want to protect that industry, and I also think I'm very involved, as you mentioned, in foreign policy, and what we export in music and movies is so popular in other countries. We could have terrible relationships with the government of another country, but the people of that country see America through our movies, our books, our music, and they have a much higher opinion of America sometimes than their leaders do because of this. So not only is it good for the folks I represent, it's good for America.
So Hollywood's a big PR campaign in a sense.
Well, it is. It's and in Iran, where we have the frostiest of relationships with the government now, and we're very worried about their nuclear program and their support for terrorism, there's been polling done. And America is very popular among the Iranian people. The internet, there are other ways of getting things. They know our music, they know our movies, they know about our freedoms through our music and our movies. And so the government hates us, but the people of Iran like us.
Yeah, isn't that fascinating?
It is. And what comes out of Hollywood and the music world is a big, big part of that.
Two last questions.
Okay.
You have a really big heart, and I think people can feel that. What do you have to say to young voters, people that will be watching this interview on Facebook and Twitter, people going out to vote for the first time? What can you say to them?
I have found that my involvement in the political, first as an activist and then as an elected official, has been incredibly rewarding. But if you care about the country, or if you just care about your own future, you can't get away from politics. You can turn your back on it, but then other people will be helping to decide your destiny. So I mean, what was exciting about 2008 was young people had some hope, they saw a chance, and they came out to vote in unprecedented numbers. It isn't easy. Some of them are getting a little disillusioned because progress doesn't come that fast, but we'll never have nirvana. We just try to make things better, and so I just want young people to sustain their enthusiasm and their interest and get involved because the country's future depends on it.
Is it a coincidence that you and President Obama are both in the political fight of your lives?
I think it's a coincidence, but he's had a few more tough ones lately than I have.
Yeah. I wish